Hello Libra, and welcome to your August 2021 video. Okay Libra, so we have Mars, right, in the 12th house throughout the month. And Venus is also in the 12th house until the 17th. Yeah, so 12th house, let's talk about that. Mars doesn't really like being in the 12th house because basically Mars is the planet of action. It's vitality, it's movement, it's about doing something. But the 12th house sometimes wants to take us back to think of things of the past, and even sometimes things we can't let go of. And we might find ourselves a bit stuck because Mars is here wanting to take all this action. It's even the 12th house is where we rest, where we sleep, where we kind of, find the healing that we need, the solitude that we need. It's good for taking action if you want to spend some time alone, but other than that, Mars in the 12th house can have you feeling a bit restless when you're trying to sleep, like you're thinking about something. It's playing on your mind. It's active within your mind of like, oh, this is it. Or you might just feel anxious, like subconsciously something is bothering you. The 12th house is a lot to do with the mystical realm. It's a good time for relaxation, meditation. It's a good time for astrology, numerology, crystals, yoga, qigong, all those therapies, holistic therapies, chakra balancing. It's really a time out. Readings, very much so an energy of a time out. And you can take action in that way. But it wants that healing. And oftentimes when Mars is there, we can find ourselves a bit frustrated because, Mars wants to move. In the 12th house, it's not really a moving forward kind of place. It's more contemplation. It's rest. It's solitude. It's about meditation. It's our subconscious mind. It's about the fears too within the subconscious and wanting to let go. So Mars is actually wanting you to let go and might even show you what's bothering you. Venus in the 12th, you might find yourself stagnant a bit when it comes to relationships and, having to think of things that, again, the past. We're thinking of the past here. We're thinking of things that have happened, and healing is required. So Venus can help with us in our heart healing. When we start looking at things we need to let go of, where we start loving ourselves a little bit more in order to move forward. Venus in 12 can make our relationships feel a bit stagnant. It can even make us feel financially, maybe, like we just don't feel it right now. So give yourself a break and things will shift. And this is what these videos are about. They about basically knowing that there are cycles and the cycles will pass, On the 8th, new moon in your 11th house. So here, remember, we just spoke about all that 12th house stuff and things we need to let go of, and maybe what maybe even hurt us. Healing, chakra balancing, astrology is really good during that 12th house time. The 8th house, we have that new moon that's happening in the 11th house, and this wants to give you a new sense of people you connect to, a soul tribe, a community, a group, and this can be via, Instagram, it can be via Facebook, but it really wants you to communicate, it wants you to network, it wants you to meet like-minded people, to interact, to put yourself in a place of interaction with where you fit. Opportunities can come from it later on. You might actually see like, okay, this is why I met this person. This is what was the purpose behind it. The 11th house is all about that socializing and putting ourselves a bit out there and actually meeting the people that we find a common understanding, a common ground, like you and I, we connect kind of thing, like-minded individuals. On the 12th, we have Mercury now in the 12th house. So now you're contemplating. Remember, Mars throughout the month is in the 12th house. Mercury, the mind, is taking you in a mental way to the 12th house of communication when it comes to things, again, past experiences, things that maybe upset you, hurt you, left you feeling vulnerable. The 12th house is subconscious too. You might just be feeling a bit more mentally anxious, overthinking things, especially things like through past experiences. You might be in a new experience completely, but you might be thinking about a past experience. A lot of that energy wants to come through and wants to be released. And this is the month that it's doing that slowly but surely, where it's just, getting you there. You must know Leo season happens, right? And in August, we go into Virgo, which is all your 12th house energy as well when the sun enters there too. So, and then we have your season. So this is preparing you for birthday time. But before you can reach that energy of self, there's some things that are weighing you down on a subconscious level, on a soul level, that need you to let them go. And this is the energy that's coming through. And Mercury will help you in a sense of thinking about it. But it's a good time for meditation, chakra balancing, anything spiritual, because the 12th house seeks a spiritual understanding, a spiritual deeper way in order to navigate the physical experiences that we're having, especially when sometimes they can be hurtful or difficult or painful. So I would suggest that you do this work now, especially because in September we'll have a Mercury retrograde in Libra, okay? And that will go into October. And Mercury retrograde also shows us our past experiences. So the more you release, the more you heal, the better and lighter your Mercury retrograde in Libra will be. So just know it's a time of healing. It's a time of letting go. It's a time of processing and using spiritual tools in order to help you. On the 17th, Venus is in the first house. Now, this is great. Venus there, you can do something nice for yourself. You can change your outfit. The first house is how we appear, what we want to do to make ourselves happy. Do you want to cut your hair? Do you want to buy a new outfit? Do you want to... Basically, Venus is about loving yourself. What can you do to love yourself more? Maybe there's something you want to learn. Maybe there's something you want to do for you. Venus wants you to do it for you because you love it and it's important to you and it's important for you to do it. It also brings a good energy to relationships, especially because Venus being in the 12th made it a bit stagnant in a sense that, and not stagnant in a bad way. Like stagnant can just mean like it might just feel, like a lull, or like maybe you saying something and not moving in the way you would like to, or the conversation just feels like you're feeling a little isolated, or you're feeling a little, to yourself. So that Venus in the first house really allows for harmony and peace to come within your relationships. On the 22nd, we have a full moon in your 5th house. Now, this full moon will be taking us back to July 23rd. And basically, that was the first full moon that happened in your 5th house. And now on the 23rd, we have the second full moon. So it's like a completion of everything that basically has happened. And the 5th house is about love. It's about romance. It's about passion. It's about creativity. It's about feeling that inner child, healing. So what do you want to do to bring those feelings back into your life? You might be thinking, gosh, I've been in a kind of a lull and I need to do something fun for me. This is the energy. Do something fun with someone I care about. Taking an adventure, that's a beautiful energy. It's good for creative energy and good for business. If you have any creative ideas you want to put forward, very good for that. Then on the 23rd, the sun moves into your 12th house. Now it's the season for Virgo. And we'll be focusing a lot on now the sun being there, will be illuminating, highlighting. It will be like you spend all this time with Mars being a bit stuck in the 12th house. And then we had Venus there until the 17th in the 12th house. And now Mercury is in the 12th house as well. And then the sun comes along. And it illuminates and gives you the opportunity to finally let go and, surrender, basically, to anything that's holding you back. On the 31st, Mercury is in the 1st house. So Mercury, communication about yourself, your wants, your needs, and what is important to you, to share that energy. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe.